Today's video is about Polkadot, the allure and downside of move fast and break things as a blockchain philosophy. Of course, this is standard for startups. You move fast, you iterate, you try to find something that works, and then you go all in on that. And it makes a ton of sense. And of course, in blockchain, where scalability has been a little bit slow, it makes sense that, being able to not worry as much about immutability and is great. You can move fast and go for it. However, immutability is the thing that most of us think gives value to our space. So Polkadot's solution is simply to have an on-chain vote. And it's not quite that simple. There is a council, and how the council votes decides what kind of vote, and there you get to lock your dots. It's kind of convoluted, to be honest with you. In some ways, it's better than just having a straight 50% vote. In some ways, it's worse just because it's complicated. But it does introduce the element of politics into the game, and it also means that Polkadot will have a community that believes in fixing things. Now that can be good. There are certainly hacks where we can all agree that it was theft, but it also means, would you ever feel safe leaving a lot of value in Polkadot long term and to the whims of a political process? Would you deploy code and then go on vacation if you knew that somebody that held a lot of dots didn't like you? I don't know. I tend to think not. So it's tough for me to see how long-term Polkadot would accrue a lot of value because of that. However, moving fast is very seductive, and it is an interesting experiment, so you have to give them a lot of credit on that. And they've already passed Tezos. In fact, I think Polkadot already has more users and more transactions than Tezos, despite the fact that Polkadot has been live for 4 days and Tezos has been live for almost 2 years. So the second thing I wanted to discuss was the controversy over centralized exchanges listing Polkadot on August 18th when there was a 100-to-1 redenomination on August 21st. So let me read you Gavin York's tweet. As forewarned, some unscrupulous exchanges listed new dot today rather than Friday, the denomination day agreed upon by the Polkadot community. While we can't control these CEXs, centralized exchanges, we can urge them to stop. Their actions are putting our community at risk. I think this is ridiculous. I can't come up with a better word for it. If you enable transfers, of course an exchange will list the asset. If you then schedule a 100-to-1 split 3 days later, you're just asking for trouble. The whole point of on-chain governance is to use it to make wise decisions. They didn't do that, and instead they're blaming the exchanges for it. But from an exchange's perspective, look, they're just trying to build a business, and liquidity goes where liquidity already is as a general rule. So there is network effects around getting a head start and listing something first. And especially, this is how Binance has built a business, by listing things quickly. So calling them unscrupulous for your strange decision of having a 100-to-1 split 3 days after you let transfers go live, to me it's crazy. And if you're going to have, like I said, let me repeat, if you're going to have on-chain governance, at least you got to set wise decisions, and this is not a good precedent to set. So I should say I do hold some dots. I'm a little discouraged by this sort of decision making, but let's see. If you disagree with my opinions, feel free to get at me in the comments. If you want me to keep making videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, retweet, and I will see you tomorrow.